Welcome into another edition of The Spices Right.
I did a two-hand wave. Sorry.
That's okay.
That was weird.
Well, it's two hands for the second episode of the week.
I guess that's true. This is the student episode. So
It is.
we try out the hot sauces that you also generously gave to us over the course of this year. Because most of us at Christmas, but some of us at other times.
Yeah.
And so today we have Louisiana Hot Sauce Cajun Heat. So a big name brand this time.
It is a huge name brand and kind of fitting because we're recording this on a Monday, the day after the Super Bowl, which was in Louisiana.
It was indeed.
And so we thought, let's do a hot sauce from Louisiana that had been submitted to us from Azriel D.
Yeah, so thank you very much for that. We're really excited about trying it.
We are excited about this. And this is one I've had before, but it's been a really long time.
I've never had this one, but I love Louisiana hot sauce. So it was like a staple for me whenever I was younger because it was like, you can get it anywhere.
Yeah, this is one of those in our segment. Where can you buy it? Literally anywhere.
Yeah, like Dollar Tree. I mean, I've seen it like you can get it at gas stations. I'm trying to think of.
Although
you get a Cracker Barrel.
I don't recommend buying it at a gas station.
Yeah, probably.
It's probably going to be 4 times higher.
At least.
That's literally the definition of convenience store.
It is convenient.
It did not occur to me why they call it convenience store until I sat and thought about it. And I thought,
pay for the convenience.
It's a like it's right there. It's convenience. So you're paying a premium for that. But Dollar Tree, I know, is a place you can get it, and it's probably going to be cheapest there.
$1.25.
Yeah, $1.25, unless it's in that weird $3 and $5 section they have right now. I feel like that's false advertising too.
Yeah.
But you can get it at the Kroger's or the Walmarts. I put the S on specifically because if you're from the South like we are, I don't know that Mr. Jones does this, but I would just put S's on things that don't have S's on the end of it.
I do not. And
some of it's sarcasm as well.
Yeah. There's a story, but I'll tell you later because it's long for now, but it is a nitpicky thing for me and it's silly and it shouldn't be nitpicky.
So just know that when I say the Kroger's and the Walmarts, it's driving Mr. Jones insane
every time.
And now I'm going to do it more often.
Absolutely.
So let's get into Louisiana hot sauce.
Alrighty,
and as you're shaking that up, I will reveal the question for this episode. This episode comes to us from
a lot thinner.
Elizabeth E.
Gotcha.
She wants to know some of our favorite genres of music and musical artists.
Okay. This one's a lot thinner than ones we've been doing because
we got to be careful.
Louisiana hot sauce.
It looks like a flower. Like you had a very artistic pour there.
I'll do what I can.
Cheers.
You know, we haven't had one from a big box place in a while, and they're way saltier.
That is very salty.
And it tastes like Louisiana hot sauce. I just haven't had it in a while. But the fresh one, not fresh, but the smaller businesses we've been getting.
More artisan.
Yeah. I don't taste as much salt, and there's way more salt in this one. So that's interesting.
I think that's the difference between a mass processed sauce and a smaller batch company that's producing hot sauce on a, there I went again. I'm trying conservatively to stop saying We're going to get an counter if I don't stop. When I edit this will be the second episode, and I will make the determination if I put it up here above my head.
Okay.
But I feel like it's coming because I can't stop saying and that's how I collect my thoughts. And if I just pause, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Right. Cheers.
Yeah, because we do too.
So favorite musics. That actually was not intentional.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And I could tell from here.
Favorite music genres and musical artists.
I'm just a rock guy. I love rock music a whole lot. Metal, all the way down to like bluegrass, like because bluegrass is kind of the heart of rock, like the seed of rock. So
a lot of influence in major artists comes from bluegrass.
Yeah, and everything in between. I'm just a big fan of that. But honestly, like I'll listen to whatever just about.
Do you have any favorite artists? Your specific go-tos?
That is.
Yours
is hard about the food. I have a really hard time with this.
You think about that, and I'll kind of touch on some of mine for now. I'm very eclectic. I know a lot of people say that with music. If you look at my playlist on Spotify or things that I listen to, that I'm not playing in the classroom because I play a lot of instrumental stuff in the classroom. If you're looking at what I'm actually listening to, I will go from old school hip hop and R&B to old country to newer rock, kind of some new gen type rock. I like older rock. I like some metal. I grew up, my mother was a child of the 80s, and therefore I became a child of the 80s.
Same.
So like big hair metal is something I really like. It's a guilty pleasure of mine, but I can listen. There's all sorts of stuff I like, and I don't know that there's a type of music that I just don't like. Even bluegrass I like,
Mhm.
which a lot of people seem to not enjoy as much. But I love all types of music.
Yeah.
So, do you have like a favorite artist
I was supposed to
or
be
just a
thinking, but I
go-to?
didn't.
Oh, well,
I would
I can
say honestly, like for me, stuff from like the '90s all the way up to like the 2010s is the stuff that I listen to the most. So basically, any rock, alternative rock, heavy metal, anything like that from the '90s to the 2010s is where I'm comfortable,
I'm
where I
gonna
like.
give a few
Hmm.
just because of the different genres. I love Johnny Cash. That's
Hmm.
probably my favorite country artist. I don't like new country. I just don't think it's country
Yeah.
at all. But I have very strong opinions about that. I really like LL Cool J for like rap. I like Eminem. My favorite band is probably Shinedown. I
Hmm.
love Shinedown. Um, I've seen them in concert twice.
Hmm.
Um, do you have a concert that you've been to that you're just like, this was amazing? Since we're
I went,
talking music,
yeah, I went to a Tenacious D concert and it was amazing. So if you like Tenacious D, then you know what I'm talking about. But it was fantastic and hilarious and amazing the whole time.
I think my favorite concert I've ever been to was Rush.
Oh, that
Um,
would be good.
because I got to see before their drummer Neil Peart passed away,
Hmm.
and I think he's the greatest drummer of all time.
Hmm.
And it was amazing because we had a seat that viewed the stage from the side, and so we have a just a
Oh.
face-on view of Neil at the drums.
Hmm.
And they had a camera over him.
Yeah.
He was drumming so fast. I don't know if that's the correct term because I'm not a musical guy, but he was going so fast that the camera couldn't keep up with him because of how fast he was drumming.
Like
And
helicopter.
yeah, and I thought it was insane. His setup was nuts too. But I've seen Iron Maiden. That was a really fun concert.
Oh,
And
that
I've
would've been
seen
really good.
Shinedown a couple of times. That was also really fun.
Hey, tell us what your favorite is. Like, if you got a favorite artist, if you got a favorite genre, let us know. And I know that is always, especially with teenagers, a really contentious thing. But there's room for all kinds of music. So let us know what you like.
Well, and music's subjective.
It is.
It's what
Absolutely.
you like. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean you can't like it.
Oh my gosh, no.
I have had many battles with the Swifties, so much so that they have put my face on Taylor Swift's body in my classroom. So
It's fantastic. You should
that's
see it.
up. Yeah, it is fantastic. So let's rate.
Louisiana hot sauce. So again, this is a big box one. Like Louisiana's everywhere. I honestly could not detect a whole heck of a lot of difference between this and their real original.
Yeah, no, I actually didn't know it wasn't the original. So I think that there wasn't a ton of difference.
Except for and I think for me, I mean, I'm gonna go with a 3. It's kind of middle of the road. It's hot sauce. It's like when you think of hot sauce in your head, like for me, Louisiana is one of the first ones pop. Louisiana and Frank's, like that's what pops up. So it's
Yeah,
not like stand out in a bunch of different ways. It's just like
it's
really,
a base sauce.
Yeah, right.
And I hate to use the term generic.
It does, and we don't mean it in a bad way.
But it's kind of it's right there in the middle.
Yeah, it really is.
I'm gonna go 3 as well.
Yeah.
And you made a really good point because I think it's much saltier
Mm-hmm.
than I anticipated.
We've been really spoiled because we've been having all these bougie like
Yeah.
small batch ones that we've been getting,
Right.
and so we didn't have it in a big box. I know I have it like in my refrigerator. I've got like Castaway and I've got Aardvark, and so I've not had the big box ones in a while.
I have had Frank's
Yeah.
once since we've been doing this.
Yeah.
And it was just because it was what I grabbed. It was
Mhm.
the first thing I grabbed. But yeah, I very vinegary. I like
Mhm.
that. I like a vinegary hot sauce.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go 3 on that.
Spice.
2 for me.
Yeah, I think it's a 2. It's not super hot. It's there, like you definitely get the heat of it, but it's kind of in that same like generic, right? It's not gonna burn you up. It's gonna add a lot of flavor to whatever you're eating and add a little kick to whatever you're eating.
Well, and I think with these big box, and we say big box, it's kind of like big box store.
Yeah, I
With
just mean
these-
like big industry, right? Like
these
big names.
big name companies that put out hot sauce, you're
Mhm.
not going to get a whole lot that's super hot that's going to sit on the shelf at the Walmarts.
Because people won't buy it, right?
Right. Because
Mhm.
people are going to be afraid of it if it's really hot. People that want hot stuff will go seek it out. And you'll find it in places like, I don't know, Pepper Palace. You'll
Mhm.
find hot sauce there. Or, as I learned, and we'll touch on a future episode, Cabela's sells hot sauce.
Yeah, and we will. So we talk about Ezekiel's, right? Is it? We'll talk about it in a future episode.
yeah.
Just have to get the name in there. All right, last one. Uses.
I'm going gonna go 4, just because
4.
I think these are a little more useful. I think in terms of what you can put them on.
I'm gonna go with a 5 because I used to use Louisiana's more often, and I used it pretty much on everything. We're gonna do math. But it's just hot sauce. It's like quintessential hot sauce.
I feel like if there's people from Louisiana watching this, we're gonna catch some shade because they swear by it down there. Like
Yeah.
this for Louisianans, if that's what you call them, I don't know. So I'm sorry if I got it wrong.
Let us know.
Yes,
how to do it,
let us know how
because we want to get it right.
Because like we say Kentucky, and I don't know what the correct term is, but people in Louisiana swear by this.
Yeah.
And so I feel like there's going to be people that see we didn't give it 5s, and they're going to be really upset. So I apologize in advance. Again, it's all subjective.
Absolutely. Alrighty, so numbers, counting, maths, not good. I did the
yeah.
All right, we got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 19.
19 looks right to me.
All righty. So we got 19 as our score, which is a very, very respectable score. It's kind of like, honestly, for like kind of middle of the, well, we have a lot of really good ones.
It's a little bit past middle.
It should be middle of the road. A little bit higher, but just because of how many uses, because it is quintessential hot sauce.
Great.
B+.
I'm going to go solid B.
I flipped it on here.
You did flip it. So I'm going to flip it back.
Okay.
84.75.
Perfect. Love it. All right.
So that is going to do it for us. And again, to Azrael and everyone that has given us hot sauce as a gift, we know you didn't have to, and we know you thought enough of us to, I don't want to say donate, because it wasn't really a donation. It was a gift.
It really was.
A lot of them were wrapped up in something.
100%.
So we definitely appreciate that. It makes us feel like we're doing something right. So we're going to keep cranking out spice content for you. And I'm super excited about an upcoming episode. Next week, we debut the first of many items we got from Elijah's Extreme.
A lot. That's what I was thinking of a minute.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that we got so much
We
stuff.
did the unboxing video. You can see it is up.
It's ton.
There's a ton of stuff to the point that I'm already like have my head wrapped around some of the things I want to take home with me. One of which being that hot honey. I don't know if you're a hot honey guy, but I love hot honey.
We're gonna find
out. We will find out. Maybe we'll bring some pizza in for that, because I think that's the best thing to put hot honey on personally.
I was thinking like chicken, but the pizza would be amazing.
Pizza with hot honey is amazing. But that is for a future episode. Today's focus is Louisiana hot sauce. A B+. Is it right?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
B+ for Mr. Jones, 84.75 for me, because we flipped the script on each other today, although I didn't see it coming. So maybe it's because I put the S on things. I don't know. That's going to do it for us. Final thoughts on Louisiana hot sauce.
Kind of like we said before, if you like hot sauce or you want to try hot sauce and maybe you've never tried it before, Louisiana is a great place to start. It's not going to burn you up, and you can get it literally anywhere.
Yeah, it's one of those that's available in every grocery store in America, probably. I don't want to say it definitively, because somebody would be like, well, that's not this grocery store. But most grocery stores that I've been in have it in the hot sauce section. That's going to do it for us. Check out Louisiana hot sauce if you want just a good, basic hot sauce, and not basic in a bad way. It's just kind of, it's the standard in some ways for hot sauces. So that's going to do it for us. Until next week, for Mr. Jones, I'm Mr. Burchett saying, stay spicy.
See you guys.